Buenos tardes, amigos. Welcome to Eagle 106. Oh, I hit my eyes. My name is Spyder Harrison, your hip pronunciator, and let's do what we got to do.
Spyder is a disc jockey, weeknight 7 to midnight at Eagle 106 in Bala Cynwyd, Pennsylvania, just outside Philadelphia. So how did he become a DJ at a top market radio station?
I was 15. I had been high school football, even though I knew nothing about football. At 16, I was at a country music station in Miami. I started college when I was 16 because I'm really smart. At 17, I did news and talk show producer in Miami. Actually, I didn't really care about school. I just, I'm trying to do an interview. I was terrible. I screamed all the time. I was 19. I worked at She, which is an album rock station in Miami, and it was really boring. And I also worked, at the same time I worked at She on the weekends, I worked afternoons She was in Fort Lauderdale, and then I had WIGL in Miami. So I worked afternoons in WIGL, which is a soft rock station. Then I worked at the album rock station in Fort Lauderdale. You get all this? I also worked at Spanish stations where they didn't speak any English, and I don't speak any Spanish. But I worked at WVCM Radio Alegre on the weekends. So I worked 7 days a week, round the clock, and I also went to school at the same time. Answer the question?
You're unbelievable.
And now, what's the next question?
Why are you so hyper?
Why am I so hyper? Because I drink 6 cups of coffee in the first hour of my radio show. That's why I'm so hyper. I don't do drugs. I don't drink alcohol. But I drink lots of coffee. Thank you. Next question?
Is radio a stable business?
I've been doing it for 20 years. That sounds pretty stable, right? What do you mean? Do you mean, is it secure? Not necessarily. But if you're good, and you work hard, and you're dedicated, and you keep your eye on the tiger and look over your shoulder, you probably can make a living. Right? You gotta get a win. I'll be right back. Good morning. Hola. Hello. Lucy, I'm home. Lucy! Turn the radio down. I feel like Larry King now. Turn your radio down, sir.
Turn the radio down?
Yeah, turn your radio down.
Okay. Should I wait? Hello?
What's the question?
I wasn't off. I was calling 106.
Who is this?
Fred Foster.
Where you call from?
Kensington.
Hey, Fred, you calling 106 in the world? Next question, please.
How much and what kind of show prep do you do for your show?
Usually I get here about a half hour early, except when there's an accident on 202 and the school club at the same time. That's what happened tonight. Usually I'm here by 6:20, 6:30, and I go on the air at 7. Basically just to drink a couple cups of coffee and settle down. I don't really do my prep stuff here. I do it at home. I read the newspaper thoroughly. I watch MTV periodically throughout every day. And I read the Rolling Stone, Spin, and I watch Like We Care. I don't have to prep quite that thoroughly, but you just have to be updated. You really stay on top of what's going on in trends. Long pause. Pregnant pause before Jamie asks another question.
What kind of advice would the Spider-Man give to students?
Well, my advice to anybody who wants to do anything is to have a burning desire to do it. And like in radio or in communications, you want to be a talent. Talent is important, but desire is the most important thing. Because like when I started, I had no talent, and some say I still don't have any talent, but I certainly have a lot of desire. No, really, seriously, desire and then talent. If you really have a burning desire to do it, you can't just talk about it and say, I want to do it. You have to make it happen. And a lot of people who say they want to do it don't do what's necessary to make things happen. I think my whole premise is that people like to have a good time. People like to hear other people have a good time. And I sincerely have a good time on the radio, and people know that. They can hear it. They sense that. And that's my big secret of success. That's what I do. I'm not like hilariously funny. I'm just a guy goofing around having a good time. People like it.
Hi there. I'm on my way, I'm making it.
Eagle 106. Now you're radioactive.